Hello, good evening, and a very warm welcome to Rangers Radio.
Oh, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox Chair. On the show tonight is Larry Curley, more commonly known as Southside, All Bear, and the one and only Port Bear. How we doing, gentlemen?
Aye, it's good to be on the night with these two gentlemen and your good self. Looking forward to the show.
Who can go Curly, by the way? He's got a hair in my head. Who can go Curly?
That's true, mate. That's true. Evening, Albert.
Evening, mate. How are you? How's the guys?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
Good.
How's Port? Good start. He's on mute. He's been in a close with Bridgeman.
It looks like it. See, it's working.
He'll be talking about himself there. How are you, Southside? I was glad to take part in the adventures of Southside the other night, mate.
Aye, it was a good wee day out, was it no? Aye.
It was for you, wasn't it for me?
Aye, well, but aye, it was always good to catch up, mate, isn't it? And see the greatest team in the world.
Yes, mate, yes. Well, we might put an argument up against that, Your Honour. Greatest supporter of the All Bear.
Well, greatest support, mate. You're right. Football-wise, we've got a wee bit of improvement today, I would say. That's about it.
Aye, it's a slow burner. PreSeason.
Somebody need to find a box of matches.
Aye, it certainly is. Hopefully it'll ignite really soon. But no, the support was brilliant. As you know, it was loud and proud, and it was good to see a few familiar faces again. But it was a good day out, mate. A bit of a long journey on the way back, but you get there in the end. Early morning, I think we get back about 6 o'clock in the morning. Didn't leave to midnight or something, so it wasn't too bad.
Good man. Albert, I think Port may have joined us now. Evening, Port.
How you doing, mate?
You know, we're just going straight to the tune now, mate. Evening, Port. Oh, he's done it again.
Oh, he's all right. How he's doing?
Oh, he's giggling. He's got the giggles.
I didn't mute it. Somebody muted me, mate. I don't know what happened. I'm blaming Bridge. It's Bridge's fault.
It's the training courses he runs in the summer, mate. He does the IT courses and Fox does the TIT courses.
all done by sign language, yeah?
Right, okay, I suppose we better... right, Ben, you can pick the positives out of Wednesday night's performance. On you go, mate, over to you.
Well, the strips were nice. They were nice and clean, and the boots all looked polished. And that's about it for me. I didn't see an ounce of football.
Nah, wasn't it great? Southside, obviously it was mix and match and young boys playing, and some of them just looked so far off it. It was a hard watch at times. I know it's only a bounce game, we get all that, but we do expect more, mate.
I did look. I was wanting to see Mary a shape and a sort of style. Understood.
I've seen a shape, mate, and that's what
worries me. I know. Listen, before I did it with a lot of young boys, right, and some of them just looked a wee bit out of their depth. Obviously, I thought the front three on the press and at times, which they were trying to do, Birmingham just knocked the ball in about us and had a plan of how to work it from side to side and into the middle of the park. In the first half, you were thinking, what's going on here? But just totally disjointed. And it started for the front when they went to go and try and press. And I think there didn't seem to be much of a press because they just walked from his ops, let's be honest. First half, I thought by the time we got to half time, we created a couple of chances in the first half. I think Redfan had a chance, didn't he? Put it over the bar.
Van Matondo, maybe Roy was through one. And the common theme was, mate, they hit it like a wee lassie, though, not a Wednesday lassie, I think.
No.
In fact, I'll be thinking, wee lassies can hit it harder.
It was poor efforts. So, and I thought probably in the first half we got away with a 2-0 at half time, to be honest. If we did better finishing, we obviously maybe took a chance or two up the other end, but they had a few they just missed in that. We blocked a couple, but overall, in the first half, I thought we were miles off it, to be honest, Ox. Miles away from it.
I couldn't agree more, mate. Port Bear.
For what I saw, just, again, I spoke to the boys that have, where I've been off and stuff, and I kind of see much movement going forward. Look, I just think we seem to have stagnated as a team. I know there's a lot of young boys here, but what it's showing our young boys are, like you said earlier on, are miles off it. And the day look with boys, the day look with Wayne's playing in a man's game. The second last game towards 8 days to go until the season kicks off. So Southside said we're looking to start seeing a bit of shape, a bit of style, some combinations. You're looking to see partnerships start to develop, mate. And I know not the whole squad's not back, mate. I know that, but we look miles off a season opener, Oxford, in my opinion, miles off. And I know up to the Union Berlin game at the weekend, we're probably looking to see, the starting team, or near other starting team that will maybe start against Hearts. But at the moment, mate, I know we're starting to make moves in the transfer market now. There's players starting to go and come, etc. We need players in very quickly, mate, and experience as well, I think, because we're losing a lot of experience, and this team needs a hand, mate, 100%.
Right, okay, well, I don't think that the team was anywhere near Wednesday night near the starting 11, potentially. But that's no what we're saying all there, is it? What we're saying is, if you're a squad player in Rangers, you should be able to do the basics. Doesn't matter if you're 8 or 80, mate. They're all getting paid handsomely, and we expect to have standards, and we're fell below these standards all better.
Right, I'm going to start with these boys. What Clement to me has done over this pre-season with three games is showed the Rangers support the whole playing staff that's available for the first team. That's including all the boys. He showed you them all now. You've seen near enough all of them now, and he's showing you the lack of quality right through the club from top to bottom. Mate. There is no quality. These boys that are coming through the new, they're miles away from it. They're 2 years away physically. That's no counting their technical ability or anything like that. They're 2 years away physically. Them all. No, some of them all. What I seen on Wednesday with all the boys on that part was a shambles, a total and utter shambles. Not just Clement's picking a team or anything like that. I'm talking about Auchenhowie. I'm talking about the coaches and staff up at Auchenhowie. That's a youth club up there. I keep saying it. It's not a training centre, and it's definitely not an academy. It's a youth club, mate. And then when I heard of the wee boy Curtis and the wee boy Fraser, Curtis has been there for 12 years. He's been there since 12 years. I mean, that's 3 apprenticeships, mate. That boy's been there. And then you're looking at the boy Fraser, 14 years. He's heading towards 5 apprenticeship, or 4 or 5 apprenticeship years. No, I mean, it's ridiculous, mate. And you look at what you're getting after 8 years. Nothing, mate. I didn't see anything. No, they're young boys, but you should see enthusiasm. You should see effort. You should see endeavour. You should see something. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Then he brings the big boy Bailey on, along with Curtis, and you're looking at they two, and you're going like, well, what's that? He's just showing you this is what you've got. This is what we've got to work with. We're not only building a first team and looking to win leagues, we're building a club, we're building a whole football department. That's what I've asked this guy today. And people shouting and bawling at him and going on about him. And the guy's got some task in front of him. But Wednesday night proved the point, mate. The academy does not work. It does not work. The scouting as well for these boys. How are these boys at Ibrox?
All the boys had been 16 years of age. And remember, there was a boy at 16 years of age, turned 17, who lit up the Euros, right?
Yep.
That's maybe the exception rather than the rule. But they couldn't do the basics. B, they've no pace. C, they've not got the physique. And D, they don't look good enough. And I'm trying to be fair on them, yeah. they've all been round about for a long time. Yeah, listen, I don't just blame them on Wednesday night Southside because the collectively the whole team were crap. I'll give a young boy in the Salah, hope I pronounced that right, I'll give him a pass. His first pass was atrocious, however, he's just come in, we'll see where that takes it, right? So we'll give him a pass. We can't judge him. We've seen these boys in and out of time. Young McCausland, we hoped he would make it, doesn't look like it. Lowry, it's gone, mate. Ship sailed, and the other boys, they might have another chance and they might get other games and they might take it, but at the moment, they look like young boys trying to make their way in men's football and they're miles off it. Southside, big poor. Sorry, Paul, better come back to you, mate.
Aye, listen, at the moment when you've got them all in the team at once, you'd like to think the fact that they've all sort of played together in a B team and coming up through, you would get some type of understanding. But like you say, it's men's football. They're not getting time and space like they were getting in the B team and that against lesser opposition. You're in the first team and you've got a crowd there as well that's in top of them, atmosphere-wise, and you're getting scrutinised. In the shape in the first half and what they was asking them today, they just never really showed. I'd like to think Cole McKinnon, I thought looking at Cole McKinnon at times, I thought maybe surrounded by better players and just bring them in now and again, hopefully he'd get a future. Same as I think with McCausland, but I don't think McCausland would ever make it as a right winger. He's maybe inside in the sort of midfield area that you'd think, as I've said before. And you're looking at some of them as like, I mean, I'm looking at the Ox as well. We've just gave the boy a 2-year contract, Robbie Fraser, and we've just brought in Yefty, and we've got Yilmaz there. Now, if Yilmaz starts fit and plays, I think you maybe start and he'd a Yefty, I would imagine, and then I would think that boy Yefty will come in. So in the next 2 years, how does Robbie Fraser get into that team if they two start to play all right? He's going to be there another 2 years up with him. There 16 seasons he's been at Rangers, and he's still there. What we're going to do with him? There's no pathway. I don't see it. And if they're not good enough, then we should be trying to sell them on, so we bring in some money. The same with Leon King. I mean,
right,
honestly,
I want leave Leon King this year. I want to come to him later on. But
as you say about Lowry, I was hoping, like, your boy's got talent. You can see he's got talent, but you need to work hard, son. You need the right attitude, and you need to look like you want to be there, and you want that jersey. You want to stay at this club. And if you don't, I'm sure we'll find somewhere else for him to go. But the boy's got a talent. But if he's not going to try and produce it or show any more desire or heart and chase back and do the things that you've got to do, then what else you might do with him? Not just him. It might have just been an half night for him, maybe, and he might get another chance. But, I mean, we're looking at some of these players and you're thinking, surely you want to impress the manager to try and stay at this club. It's the best place to be at. You know?
Aye, Southside's bang on, Oxford and Oldbear. You know, you touched on it earlier on. There's a boy that lit up, you know, the Euros 16, 17 during the semi-final. You know, and our youngsters who are not teenagers, by the way. These guys are new. I think one or two are 20s now, early 20s, and they should be well on their way to be developing into players in our first team squad, especially with how, you know, our managers try to change this squad about, and there's opportunities for these guys to go and grab, you know, positions here with their two hands, because we are moving players on. We're trying to turn this team, the age group, round. We're trying to get the older players, which some of them are leaving now, and these boys just are missing the boat, mate. They're missing their chance to go and grab positions, and that tells me a lot, because is it down to attitude, or is it down to these boys? They need, like I said earlier on, they need experienced players. I mean, in my opinion, right now, we're missing a spine of a team up here. We've lost our vice captain, our Polly captain's going to go, Lundstrom's away. So right through the middle of the team, that full experienced spine, these boys are all, you know, rabbits and headlights. They're looking for information. They're looking for somebody to give them a bailout. You know, and there's no real experience around them to get them through games, which you do need. And no, sometimes I'm not trying to be too harsh on them, but if they're not going to take this chance, Oxford, well, the manager's trying to, you know, rebuild this team, reshape this team, then much more of a chance do they need. You know, it's there for the taking. Go and get the positions, go and claim your right to play for Rangers and wear that jersey. But they're missing the boat, Oxford, and I feel some of them have already missed the boat, and it's time to, you know, maybe even move them on, like you're sort of touching on.
Move the boat on. Listen, I'm maybe in the Albert camp. I think you've got to look at what's happening in the whole thing, and it can't be fixed overnight, and that's the trouble. But look, I don't. Look, Southside makes a good point. Albert, we're critiquing the game on Wednesday, and I think also Port that. So you might have had an off night, but they had an off night collective when we're only critiquing what we've seen and that and putting it together. One of them could still go on and be a great player. You never know. But what you've seen on Wednesday, well, you don't see it, do you?
No, you don't see it, mate. I mean, what these boys don't seem to realise that if they want to be professional football players at a high level, they need. You can have an off night, right? But you effort. And putting a bit of oomph into their play, you don't have to have your own form to do that. Conor Bannon is a classic example. He comes on and shows you effort. Name one thing that boy done all night when he come on. Something spectacular. He never done anything spectacular. But what he did do is put effort in it. And Lowry, Cole McKinnon, McCausland, Fraser, Rice, Curtis, all of them didn't put any of that effort in. I didn't see any effort, especially Lowry, but not just to him. There's senior players there, I know it didn't put it in. Matondo, for example, and Dessers, useless, the two of them, useless, worse than the boys. That's gone something worse than the boys, because they had an excuse. They might get caught in the headlights, as Port's saying, but come on, that's not right, mate. The boy Lowry's no good at, mate. I know that everybody's saying he's got skill. Southside's saying he's got skill. He's probably right, but he's no good at, mate. He's not going to be what we need. Just never going to be there. He needs to face up to the fact. The boy in Salah, you got to remember, that's his first game, professional game, and he's in front of 19, 20,000 people, and that's his first game. And his first touch of the ball, he makes a complete pig's ear and gives it away to the centre forward. But you get back to block it, and then for then on, he started to improve a wee bit. In second half, started even better again. You're going, no, he's not ready. I'm not saying he's ready, but at least he's shown something. He's shown some desire. Conor Banner's showing something. I mean, Conor Banner's 20. He's the same age as Lowry and all them. But he comes to your club in great physical condition and a great attitude and an appetite to build a career. You look at these spoilt brats that we've got. They look rubbish, mate. Let's be honest. They look crap. And Port's right. The door's wide open there. We have needed to build a team. Clement's saying to them, there's positions there in the first team to be had. You show me you can do it.
I just want to open this debate up, because there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to change the subject, but I'm sure we'll come back to it. Right? How do I put this? I'm going to be, you know me, I'm very diplomatic, Southside, yeah?
Aye.
Right. I wish you all the best in your future career, Mr. Lammers, Southside.
Well, I believe we're getting sort of decent money, I think, for him, and we get him off the wage bill. Obviously, Michael Beale seen something in him, which we didn't get a return for, or we didn't see in him in producing the parts. So he's gone, mate, and we're saving money in the wages, and we're getting a transfer fee. So all in all, it's probably a decent bit of business for the club, and he's probably done well enough when he's away in his loan spell in Holland. So that's obviously tipped it for us. So he's gone, mate, and I'm not really worried about what he does now. To be honest, I never follow a Rangers player once he leaves.
No. I'll stick to my original point. Port Vale.
I mean, we've seen flashes of touch. We've seen flashes of what a guy was capable of. Goal against Dundee, I remember that one. You've seen what a guy was capable of, but just not in this league. And then the minute he gets back to the, Eredivisie, the Dutch league, where he made his name with Heron Vane, gets his move to Italy, didn't work out for him over there, goes back to his home country and tears it up, mate. And we end up, it just goes to show you, sometimes you can put yourself in a shop window and you're going to have a 6 months loan auction and it works out for you. Then you get a fee, and I'm just glad it worked out for him over there, because we probably wouldn't be talking about the fee we got tonight. In terms of decent value, I think we got decent value back for what we had and what we saw in Scotland playing, mate. So, time to move on, mate. And as the gaffer said in his interview last week, 1 in, 1 out, I believe. So, let's use the money wisely, mate, and and help towards build this spine that I'm looking for, mate.
Mm-hmm. Albert, your take on it?
Lammers.
Yes.
Coward, mate. Total coward. Glad the guy's away. It's crap. Absolute crap. Best of luck to him, but I'm glad he's away from your club because he has no bottle. And what we don't need now is any more people with no bottle. We need proper players in, mate. We need proper players, proper fighters, proper people we dig and desire and will to win. Okay. These ones are all leaving now. None of them have got any of that.
Right, so Sam Lammers leaves us, and we signed on loan today. I hope I get this right. Vaclav Kearney, would that day Port Bear?
Vladkav Cherny, mate.
Cherny?
Vladkav Cherny, yeah.
Right, okay. Listen, we'll go to an interview and we're going to pick it up in a minute. But we wish him all the best. A position we've got problems, as I call it, the Albert position. Albert.
Well, that's fault now, isn't it? Can't he talk about that anyway? So I don't think it's a good sign that he's killed my conversation. Yeah. Aye.
Port Bear, I know you're a studier of all things YouTube. And you're basically, I'm guessing you've had a look at this guy.
Aye, had a look today, mate. Yep. Pretty happy with what I'm seeing. Again, had a great time in Holland after most of his youth football was in second division in Czech Republic, but got a move to Holland from that. With FC20, where they partnered up with Danilo, believe it or not. So there was a bit of chemistry between him and Danilo. They scored in his best season there. He had 15 goals in one season, 14 assists in 42 games. So that was 29 goal contributions in his best season. That was his best season where he got his move for £8 million to Wolfsburg, mate. But he scores goals. Predominantly left-footed, so he does cut into the left a lot. But he has a right foot, mate. It's not just for standing on. He does score goals with his right foot. I was watching that today. He does score quite a lot with his right foot. He's just about a 6 foot mark. So for a winger, he's pretty tall, mate. Scores goals for his country as well, mate. So I'm pretty positive.
That's interesting. You mentioned his height because I think that's something the managers looked at with the players he's brought in Southside.
Aye, possibility of that, Ox. He comes with a sort of decent pedigree, isn't he? When he was at the Euros there, I think he played one game for them. But it was a position we had to sort of try and sort, and hopefully he'll be the guy that will come in and do it, Ox.
So we wish him all the best. Listen, we're only right to be here for the boy, yeah? Hear what he's got to say, and then we'll move on because I want to come back to some of the other stuff because there's a lot happening. All right, with you three gentlemen.
Yep, crack on, mate. Yeah.
Let's hear from our latest signing.
Václav, just firstly, welcome to Rangers. How does it feel to be here?
Thank you very much. Obviously, it's a very nice day for me. Happy to be here and can't wait to get started.
Yeah, just talk to us a lot about your talks with the club, conversations with the manager, Philippe. How did those go?
Obviously, from the first talk, gave me a very good feeling, and from there on, I would say it went pretty fast, and yeah, I was happy about the contact, and yeah, I just couldn't wait to come down here and be here and to experience all this.
What was the main attraction? Sorry for coming here. What was the main thing that wanted to come to Glasgow?
Obviously, the talks with the club itself, with the manager, the things we want to achieve. It seemed like it matches with the things I want to achieve, and I'm just glad that it's going to be in this beautiful club.
And this club's built on winning silverware, winning trophies. Is that something you want to come and be a part of?
Yeah, definitely. I think this clubs deserve it. It's part of this club to be able to win trophies, and I think the main goal for this season and upcoming years is to do that.
Yeah, and it's an opportunity to play European football again as well. Are you looking to bring your experience from that in the past to the club here?
Yeah, I hope so. That's the thing I want to do. The dream for me, the goal for me is to be able to help this team, to this club to achieve those things and have some beautiful nights.
Yeah, and it's a country, Scotland, you're unfamiliar with, of course, in terms of your career. Is that a new challenge you'll be looking to embrace in a new country?
Yeah, definitely what you just said. New country, new culture, a beautiful big club. Just can't wait, as I said, to get started, to meet the rest of the people who work here, also the players, and just get started and be on the field.
Yeah, and just talk to us a little bit about your career so far. You've predominantly spent time in the Netherlands, of course, winning the league there as well. What was that experience like for you?
A big experience. I went there actually when I was 15. Spent almost 11 years over there. So basically grew up in the Netherlands. Won something with Ajax, and then moved on in my career with Twente. Had an amazing time there, and obviously after that moved to Germany. And after 1 year, I'm here.
Yeah, you touched on Germany there. You made the switch to the Bundesliga last season with Wolfsburg. How was that last season for you?
Obviously, it's a big step from the Dutch competition to the Bundesliga. Nice experience for me. Learned new things even when I turned 26, and played for a long time. But learned the new things about football itself. That's what football does. I think brings you new opportunities and new chances. And once again, can't wait to experience it here.
And more to the present, of course, you're a Czech Republic international. You played in the European Championships this summer. How was that for you?
Again, a huge experience, not only for me but also for the team. It didn't go as planned as we hoped, but to be able to to fulfill the dream I had to play on a big tournament for your national team, for your country, that's something you will never forget, I think. And it was a nice moment to play such a game.
And is that something you want to continue striving towards, representing your country as well in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I want to achieve the club success, to win trophies here. I think, as I said again, that's part of this club, and I think it's supposed to be like that. And obviously, it can help me to improve my position in the national team.
And in terms of coming to Rangers, what did you know about the club before joining? And of course, you played with Danilo at one of your clubs before. You have a familiar face in the squad.
No, I mean Rangers. It's a worldwide known club. If you go to terms of Scotland, there is nothing bigger than that. And how nice is it to play for a top team, top club in the country, where the pressure is obvious. That makes it even more beautiful, I think. To achieve things at a club like this, and Danilo, we've played actually together at Ajax for a while, and then Twente. Can't wait to play with him again, as with the other guys who play here. But with Danilo, there was always this special connection we talked about until today. So can't wait to do it again.
And just tell us a bit about your style as a player. What can the fans expect to see when you step onto the pitch?
I always try to be myself in the way that I like to search the opponent, have the ball from the wing. Obviously, left-footed winger or offensive player, as you want it. Love to come inside and then searching for a play. Just hope to bring it in this stadium and be important player for this team.
And just lastly, now you've had a bit of time off after the Euros, how excited are you to come in, hit the ground running straight away when the matches begin?
Yeah, obviously I had some time off, which was, I think, important and well needed. But yeah, I think now it's time to get to work and get ready for the matches which are coming up soon. Just get the season started.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. A couple of shout-outs. Ian, who listens on YouTube, he comes on as a caller regular and speaks to his friends on YouTube. Very happy returns in, special birthday for you, and all the best for everybody here at Rangers Radio, mate. We always enjoy when you call in. Good to hear from you, mate. Good. Sorry, not good to hear from you, but have a good day, mate. Listen, what an impressive young man there getting interviewed for the Rangers. Port Bear.
Aye, sounds pretty positive, mate. Raring to go. Like I was touching on earlier on, his career sort of slowed down a wee bit when he went to Wolfsburg because, you know, as they were climbing the Bundesliga, mate, they basically, a lot of their players were getting a lot of eyeballs on him. The boy Van Veen, who joined Tottenham for 50 million quid, a big centre half. They lost quite a lot of big players like him, mate. And the team struggled. They finished 10th last year, and the manager that came in didn't really give Czerny much of a chance. 13 substitute appearances, still got 5 goals at enough, mate, and 3 assists. So he done all right for 13 substitute appearances. So I believe, mate, he's hungry. He's 26, he's the right age, he's not a project. We've got an option to buy him. So I think it's all positive, mate. If he can come here and kick on his career again and get, you know, Rangers goals and assists, then he's the right age for me, mate. He's the right, you know, character. He's an Czech international player. So he ticks a lot of boxes for me, mate.
Southside.
I agree with Porty. He's coming in with that bit of experience that Clement said he was looking for to try and get experienced players in the door. So he seems to tick the box in that age-wise. And I think if once he settles in, to see how long it takes him to settle into the team, but I'd like to think that he'll be ready to go and get started, and hopefully he'll start to produce the goods for us. But it's a good starting point. That's the problem we've had since probably Daniel Candeias left. We've talked about it on here before. We could probably count 30 players that have probably played in that position since he left. So he's identified them, and it seems to be a good bit of business for us. So hopefully he'll have that experience, and he'll be able to set standards and know what the standards are at the club, and he'll drive them along with the rest of the players, because that's what you've got to do. That dressing room, it's got to get winners in there. People will stand up and to get the shake of the dressing room, and Conor Barron looks like that in all Oxford when you see him on the park shouting at players. So we need that. We need players to drive standards and know what the club's about to get success. So hopefully he'll tick that box, mate.
Albert.
Interesting character. Don't know what kind of player he is, but he's that's the difference between him and our boys. He's 26 years of age and he's played in 3 countries. Right? I don't know if he's a good player or a bad player. We'll soon find that out. But look at the experience that boy's gathering. That's a guy that's went out and want to have a professional football career. Take our boy should be taking a leaf after the guys like this. He'll move and he'll move and he'll move and he'll try and he'll try. He'll go anywhere to try and get into teams, to try and prove himself. That's what I see with this boy. I don't like it, as I say. I don't like what kind of player he is, but if he's good, bad, or indifferent. But I like what I hear. He's got experience now. He's tried 3 countries. He gets to Holland when he's 15. He's got 11 years there. Then he moves again, and then he moves to Germany. Superb, mate. That's what you call somebody that's determined to be a professional football player, want to make his name in the game. And he should, apart from being in the first team, our boy should take a leaf out of his book.
Okay, all right. We wish him all the best, Port. But we need to give him a bit of time. He's got to settle in, and we wish him all the best, obviously. It's a year on with an option, which sometimes can make sense, but we hope he's a success, because that means we'll be successful, mate.
Aye, bang on, mate. And what's going to help him, I think, is he's already spoke about it himself. I touched on earlier on the relationship with Danilo. They were quite, productive as a partnership and a front three. Bit different to way your gaffer plays it. I get that, but he's got a bit of familiarity, which will help him settle, I think. And if that can be, that same, partnership can be struck up again, mate, they'll know each other's movements, etc. He'll know where Danilo's going to, he'll know where Czerny's going to put the ball, etc. So, no, I think it's a positive signing, mate, and it's one we desperately needed. It's been 5 years since Candeias left the club, and that position's been a problem since then. Never been well documented on this show, mate. Well documented on this show, But no, I wish him all the best, mate, and again, just be patient.
Aye, and things are starting to move. Like we predicted last week, Southside, it would take about 7 to 10 days. And things have started moving. We got it bang on, yeah.
Aye, we thought we did anyway. When we mentioned it, we're trying to put out there what we believe and what we sort of know to a point, and just common sense. And if we can start to get the experienced players in, we've heard a few names, but until they're really in the door, we don't really usually mention it. But there's a good number of players now being linked to the club box, so as one or two others leave, I'm sure another 2 or 3 will start to come in. So that's what we're hoping for, and hopefully they'll be decent players when they get in the door and start playing for the Rangers.
Aye, well, looks imminent with Golson, looks imminent with Cifuentes. I'm sure you'll lose a lot of sleep about the 2 names, Albert.
I'm glad we're getting the price we're getting for these players, know what I mean? I don't know what the Golson price was, but the Cifuentes one is supposed to be 4 or 5 million euro.
Not done yet.
It's not done. It's not done. Aye, well, it's supposed to be going to be for if it does go, it's 4 or 5. That's what they're being reported. So, I'm glad they're getting off the books again. They're not any good to us. They never done it for us. So, I'm not that interested in them. I'm just interested in getting them off the books, as we all are. And I'm looking forward to the players coming in. Let's see what they can do. And I hope the scouting system is better than last summer's scouting system, because we looked them in the eye. Remember all these players.
Well, that potentially Cifuentes and Lammers away. They were big signings last summer. Port Bearer.
Cifuentes was quoted, mate, by a previous manager, a player that's going to take us to the next level.
So he did.
Yeah. He didn't like the weather, did he? Didn't like the weather.
He didn't see what the level was up or down.
No, look, it's time to cut ties with these guys. Our good gaffer said in October, this team's coming to the end of a cycle. He was maybe the start of that new cycle, and he's part of the end of it as well. So I believe that the manager, I know the goalpost changes slightly. The board telling the gaffer that there was obviously 1 in, 1 out, the situation changed. So I do believe the gaffer's been sort of, trading and trying to find players with one hand tied behind his back, because he can't get moving unless these guys all go. So as you said, touched on earlier, these players are now starting to move out the club, and that's only going to help the gaffer get the players that he wants back into the club, mate. So I'm getting excited. Now I'm seeing a bit of movement, and the player trading model is starting, because we're getting money for players now. It's another positive, one of the 4 pillars. So let's keep it continuing, mate. Let's get this buying done properly and continue to grow this club correctly. As I said, it's going to be a slow burner next year, in my opinion, but we have to be slow and patient with this club and do it right.
It's getting them off the books as well, so didn't it?
Aye, listen, we've known for probably 2 years we had to rip this thing up. We had to rip it up, and players, we were saying, had to go. But like you say, it's not just always as easy to move them when you want to move them. Different when you've got a better model and people want to come in and buy your players, that's different. But too many players that we've attracted over a period of time, as we've spoke about now, have to go. And Clement's a guy who's going to have to do this. So we have to stick by him, be a bit patient, and give him every chance. There's going to be bumps in the road, obviously, at the start, because we're trying to gel players in a team together in a short space of time, and he's never going to get all these players that he needs this window. Clement will at least need 3 windies. I expect 2 to 3 windies before he would really have the entire team that he really wants, and then some of these players 2 years down the line might even be moving on if they're successful, and then the business, they might attract attention. So
if the media are right, Southside, you could have, if the media are right, potentially, and I'm not saying they are right, you could have Tav, Hadji, Golson, Cifuentes, Lammers, Scott Wright.
Cantwell.
Forgot about him. I've completely forgot him. I forgot about him personally, but that's an arse subject. Aye, 7 players. Yeah. And that frees up a lot of wages. Will we sign somebody to replace them? I don't know if we will, but we might sign another 3, 4 or 5, yeah.
I would think if we can get rid of all them in the next 7 to 10 days or 7 days.
See if somebody buys these 7, would you throw in Dessers for free?
After Wednesday night, take them anywhere you want to go. But listen, and then we have to then hope that we've got players ready that we've seen. Obviously, I think 1 or 2 of our targets in the last 3-4 weeks that we tried to get, we've not managed to get. You know, there was 1 or 2 mentioned that we really wanted and we tried to get, but they went elsewhere. So obviously we'll have other players in mind. I'd like to think striker. I'd like to think a middle of the park player, and I think we probably need to look at 2 centre backs. But that all in all, that's what we probably need to spine it. But 2 centre backs, another centre midfielder in there, experience. If it's a boy for Seville, if we can tip it, they think he's good enough and he's the right guy, then hopefully we'll get that deal done. And then we need to look at the strikers. And that would give a spine of your team, wouldn't it?
Aye, Portberg, you fancy the boy for Seville, but it's very similar. Could you not in November, Seville? It's always similar, isn't it?
Aye, I think that's why he's moving, mate, the weather. Aye, but he's definitely, see in terms of calibre, Oxdear, and experience, 30 years of age, one Jordan, Belgian international, you know, it's not worked out again, another one that's been frozen out by his manager. I think he just wants to play football, mate, and we could give him a platform, get him back in Europe playing, you know, again.
Watch his space.
Aye.
If we see him with the scarf above our head, we'll welcome him in. Oh, as I said the other night, old Bert was excited when he thought we were signing Jordan.
I get my old posters out here and all. Disappointed, man.
Aye, Fox dug his Argentina 78 poster. He got his Jordans mixed up. You know. Right, okay, I believe we'll get another shout out for something that's happening tomorrow, and I'll pass that over to the one and only South Side.
Oh yes, tomorrow the Robert Mulholland Parade in Drumchapel, and I think we've said many a time why it gets done in Drumchapel every year for a boy who went to Ibrox and lost his life unfortunately at a very young age. So there's a parade and memorial service tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock in Drumchapel, led by a Drumchapel musician. And I believe my good friend Albert will be in attendance. So looking forward to that tomorrow.
Over there,
yes.
Over there.
Right, and Rangers Radio will be represented to pay the respects to 166. Robert Mulholland, who lost his life in Ibrox disaster. We've also been joined by a good friend of the show. Evening, David.
Evening. What's wrong with old David? You no game with that.
I think actually when I've looked
at... be nice to me tonight. That's not on. That's not on.
No. When I look at the age profile, you've actually moved past the old bit. So I don't know what you call you.
You're an ancient Davy now.
Aye, well, good evening, Albert, Port, Suicide, and yourself, folks, yeah.
Just before, I want to get a serious bit of the word with you first, and I just want to say this once and once only, yeah?
Carry on.
We'll put a team in that competition next year, all right? Just let us know.
Aye, I know, but it doesn't work. That's not the kind of format it is, Ox. Right. I run it for the senior section, and it's played within the senior section in the club.
All right.
You know, and they all. And I was saying that to old school. I was at the hospice today, and I collected. There's 2 rounds we played, and sorry for distracting you here, guys.
No,
we played 2 rounds, and that was the second round on Wednesday, and I raised £660 for the Court Hospice, and that's just a bunch of old. I've got to say something.
Yeah, a bunch
I'll say Dossers. I'll say Dossers.
If you need supplied with any old Dossers for next year, let us know, because I've got some in mind.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure we could supply some old dossers.
All right, so we're here to help, Davey, all right?
That's marvellous. I think I sent you a wee thing here. Anyway, regarding the Rangers, which is important, I agree with everything that you've been saying so far. I think some of the comments, social media and things like that, they're way off the mark. But after I'm going to text you, I think, try to explain what I was watching. It was difficult to watch. I think if you look at it, it is hard to get your head around that and then think, well, where are we heading here? But, just amazing a couple of days, things are starting to shape up a bit better. So, but I totally agree with what Southside was saying and the rest of the guys. This is not a quick fix. And to get this who's coming in to try and get him in jail right away, I think that's going to be a big problem for us guys.
Aye, that's what you never know. Albert?
It's not going to be a quick fix, mate. I think everybody's realising that. I think what Clement's done is exposed the whole situation. We'll be playing everybody could play. He's played, and we all see it now with our own eyes that the guy has got a task and a half now. And you're not, as Southside said, you're not going to sort this in one window or two windows. You're going to have to. I've said it before. The guy needs to go his full term. We're going to go through some rough times. Obviously, we're going to go through some good times and all. We can still compete. There's nothing to stop us competing. But you need to realise what he's got in front of him and what the size of his task. I think the man's up for it. To be perfectly honest, I think he's up for it. You might not like his style of playing. You might not like a lot of things that he's doing. But it has to be done. As Southside said earlier, this gutting should have been started 2 years ago. Now it's left to him to do it all. So, aye. And if the board back him, which I think they will, the future looks bright.
Aye, and I think one of the reasons it took so long, I'll go to you with this, Port, because I know you study more things that's going on in world football than most of us that are involved with the show. I think it's took so long because the market's it's just simmering. Nothing's happening much anywhere, is it?
No, and what's caused that is all the different. All the different transfer windows throughout the world. They used to operate at roughly the same time last year, but now they've sort of staggered the transfer windows. Like the one in Saudi Arabia just opened there on Friday. So a lot of movement didn't take place throughout world football. I think the biggest move so far was a free transfer in Mbappe, but that was documented for last year. You know what I mean? So, but Premiership teams, Italian teams, Spanish teams, there's not a lot of movement at all throughout world football. Again, I think everybody's watching their figures and financial fair play comes into Oxford. There's a lot of, it's not just us that have to sometimes flick to the one in, one out. A lot of the biggest clubs in the world are in the exact same situation. You have to watch what you're spending because you can't bring in more than your club's earning. So I think that's just the state of play in world football, mate, at the moment. I just think we have to, like Southside, I think we have to be very patient. I think as a club we're going to have to suffer at times. As a support we're going to have to suffer. Because there is going to be a lot of bumps in the road as this team's getting built under Clement. Me personally, mate, I want to see it done under this guy and the Neil Scoopin. I want the two just to start this project and finish it to the best of their ability. But as I said, I think we'll have to suffer along the way, mate.
I'll be interested. I think he knows what he wants to do. Listen, I've got my problems with the shape of the team. I'm not a great fan of the 4-2-3-1. But I think 9 times out of 10 with the opposition we play, it should be enough Southside. But he's got to be allowed to build his own team, and to do that, he had to get people out the door. He got the guys out that the contracts were finished. He's now getting guys out that were paying wages to, who were contributing nothing. So there's positives within all the gloom and the negatives, and big negative being the performances in the pre-season.
Aye. I think Albert mentioned it too. I think it was Albert. I think the one time we had a good pre-season was when Gerrard was there. We went undefeated. We won the tournament in France, and then we went on and stormed the league title. Ever since then, our pre-seasons, since he left, has been up and down since that season. But pre-season, I don't always look at it, but I try to see a bit of shape in that. And I thought because that Wednesday night, and it was a pair of the young boys that was in the team and that, and he didn't see Alan making his debut and stuff. And that was probably his first team game, because he always played for under-20s and that. So we're trying to mould a team. It's going to take time for players to gel and understand each other. But there will be bumps in the road probably as we go through this season, but hopefully they'll learn to... We're getting rid of experience. People are wanting rid of Tav, we want rid of Golson, we wanted rid of Borna, we wanted rid of these players, right? But we're bringing in younger players, but then they've got to step up a level. They've got to find out that everybody hates us in Scotland. Everybody wants to beat us, and every game's a cup final, and you've got to win every week. And Connor Barron knows that, but Diamondi and all, they all have to do it. Yefty when he comes in and all these players have got to make sure that when they're in that team, they're willing to battle, because that's what it's going to be every week. And hopefully our time will win more battles than we'll lose. But they'll have to get used to it, and and that's how we're going to build them up. They've got to understand that they're playing at Rangers, and this is what it's going to be like every week. It's not going to be like it was in the league you played in before. So we want change, but we're trying to change it, and you'll add some experience in. Hopefully, more experienced players like Cherny's just come in, somebody a bit more like that, a few other players, and then we'll see a better sort of team unit together. But the one thing all these boys have got to learn is it's a battle every week, and you're going to have to be up for it. And that's the ones that can do it will stay, and the ones that can't will not make it. And that's just a fact of life at Glasgow Rangers, because it's a two-team league, and that's the way it is.
Aye, okay. Listen, we're slow moving towards the tune, but before we do that, I just want to invite people to join us after the tune. It's 0141 356 1972. It's so easy, Davey. You just phone in, speak to the receptionist, we phone you back, innit? Doddle on it?
Yeah, and then you get dogs abuse.
Well, that's only your individual contract, mate.
No, it's quite right, guys. You all go on that phone and this is the best show in town. I come on it anyway.
When you're on, Davey, when you're on. Right, we've got you doing as decrepit rather than old. Is that all right?
You've been reading my mail again.
I've got you going on holiday with Joe Biden.
Oh, God, don't get me going on that.
Name our jokes over that. That's not right, is it? Right, anyway. Come and join us. Phone in, speak to the receptionist. We'll phone you back and bring you into the call. It's simple. Yeah. And we take anybody on the airport, don't we?
Anybody.
As long as you conduct yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Fox, can I just say something here?
Yes, mate.
Just regarding what we've been discussing, I think one of the biggest problems has been what we've been talking about, getting it all reshaped. That should all have happened a couple of seasons ago, and we're paying the price for that now. And it didn't work out.
We've made mistakes, Davey. I think it maybe started back in 2021, mate, when Stevie G and Albert should have kept Kent and Morelos when people were looking at them. Was that a mistake? We supported the manager, ultimately. For the club, we might have made a mistake. In hindsight, Albert.
Hindsight's a great thing. And I mean, hindsight, I would say definitely. At the time, if you'd asked me at the time, I don't know if I'd have said that. But now you see it makes sense today. I mean, the prices that was getting offered for these players at that time, they were never going to get better. Put it that way. It was only going to get worse, and that's the way it panned out. We actually get zero for both of them. That's criminal, mate. That's criminal. Especially if you're trying to, in this modern day, the way football is now, you need to maximise your assets when you can. And it's not always to your advantage. It's not always everything fits in nice. I'm ready to let them go. It could be you're in the middle of something, the offer comes in. And you've got to weigh it up. I know we all want success, but you want to make sure the club's safe as well, you know what I mean, and operating properly. We need to be sensible. We're just supporters. We just want us to win cups and leagues and all sorts. But you've got to be sensible. It's just a fact of life, you know what I mean?
Aye. Southside and Port.
Aye, because the players eventually get managers a sack, and that's what happens. I mean, I've thought about it a few times. A few of us all talked about it, and a couple of the boys came up with, was Gio really a bad manager? No, when Gerrard left and Gio's come in, was Gio really a bad manager? Or should they have let him do the rebuild and let him come in and try and help him out with money and get rid of some of the players?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of them, we sack Gio because it's not working, and we've had a couple of defeats and that, and they think, nah, long term, no. Then we bring Beale in, and then he comes in and does what he does, and then now we're back to Clement, and now you've got people out there shouting that Clement must go if we don't beat them in the first game up there and whatever else. He's got to build a team. We're ripping an experienced team apart, and we're filling it like with younger players. And so he's going to have to get time to build a team. He knows how to win league titles, so we'll just have to give him the chance. If we bin him halfway through a season, we'll be back to square one again, and we'll have some of his players that maybe that manager doesn't want, and we're back down another road. So they think Clement's the right man for the job. We believe he is. I believe he is. I just believe that we need to get more players in, hopefully, over a period of time, and then we'll start to see it. But it's going to take 2 or 3 Windies, without question, until he...
Don't mention Windies with all Davies on.
You know, but you can't go shouting for the manager's head. You can if you want, and if you want to come on and say he should be sacked, phone in the right and tell us then, and we can have a conversation about it. But Clement's there. He's the guy that's got the rebuild today. Him and Coppin, so we'll just have to let them go on with it and see where it takes us. And that's it. That's the way it's going to be.
Correct.
Oh, Bear.
Totally agree with that,
Port
mate.
Bear. Sorry, Port Bear. Sorry. Get my bears mixed up.
I don't climb back into my cage.
Sorry. Port Bear.
I believe, mate, that this should have been done, like you touched on earlier on, 2 or 3 seasons ago. Sometimes some players can be at a club just a wee bit too long, in my opinion, mate. And I think this sort of senior team, it's well documented on our show that we felt at times they got managers a sack, you know. And I think when we got Clement in, for me, he has that sort of aura about him. He came in and he got us back in a league title. He showed me enough then up until the end of the season where he was come off the bogey, mate, through injuries. I think that a manager we can rely on, and that was a team that we thought that team was done. As he said, that team come to an end, and now he's trying to rebuild, mate, and he deserves, in my opinion, a crack at putting this team, along with Niels Coppin, he deserves to put this team together to mould it in his image, his style, his philosophy. Everything needs to be driven home to give that guy the best opportunity to put Rangers where they should be, winning titles next year and qualifying for Champions League. Because ultimately, that's for me where we need to build. The Champions League money, it's so important now. It's even sometimes next year more important than winning the league. We need to qualify. We need to qualify, mate. Yeah, it's crazy, mate. But we need to qualify for that Champions League to get money to continue helping the manager, helping the club. You know, put the best product on the park for us to watch, mate.
Aye, we've got that in pre-season. Last word before we go to tune. Oh, David.
I think we're getting a way ahead of ourselves here talking about Champions League. We are not even close for that. And if you think that we're thinking half the scale, that we can't even go to that level yet. It would be marvellous if it happens. But the way we are now, I can't see it, guys. And I think now what we were talking about there prior, we are paying the price now for hanging on to bang average players, giving them excessive wages and not changing it at a time where it needed to be changed. And that's what's let us down.
You're a wise man. Wise for your years, mate. Right, gentlemen, get yourself in mute because we're going to have a tune.
Play the game with the badge of glory.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Right, okay, thanks for that. Go back, gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see who goes out. If all these players go out, we expect to go out. I would imagine the fact that you mentioned Campbell on Southside, the fact that he's asked for a transfer with the support of his agent, he must have something lined up. Yeah, see you later.
Aye, listen, he had a good wee spell when Beale took him for January to that, and he's decent that 6 months, and then he was in and out for that whole season, took an injury, come back, had a wee sort of purple patch where he played no bad in about 4 or 5 games in a bounce, and then he went back out, I think, injured or just off for him. He's a decent player, but you need to perform week in, week out, and we need that half players with him in positions where he's saying, play me here and you'll get the best out of me. And unfortunately for me, I don't think we've seen the best of Todd Cantwell at all in his whole time here. I think we've seen flashes of the player. There's no doubt in his ability, but if he wants to leave, which he wants to do, I think they will have something lined up in the Championship or something for him. Hopefully we'll get a half-decent transfer fee for him, takes him off the wage bill, and hopefully we'll replace him with somebody better.
Aye. Albert.
Aye. I agree. We're talking about Cantwell. We had to jump away and do something. Aye, I agree. I hope we get a decent fee for him. But the guy doesn't want to be here, as I said before. So you don't want to be here.
See you later.
Aye, exactly, mate. It's just ching cheerio.
Aye.
And that's the end of him.
Aye. Hopefully a fee into the club, Port Bear, and a big wage after the bill, and we move on.
Aye, definitely, mate. For me, flattered to receive. Some moments are brilliance, but value for money, no, not in terms of wages, mate. I think, and again, another boy with a bit of an attitude problem and likes his social media, doing his TikToks and stuff. That really annoys me, all that sort of stuff. So, he's a footballer, so play football. And I believe Bournemouth are one of the clubs that's supposed to be looking at him. So I think he had a decent spell there on loan before. So let's, as you said, mate, let's get him a decent fee for him, get him out the door after wage bill, and we move on. And again, like I always say in the show, mate, find a new hero.
He came in, we know he's got talent. He played, he didn't back up that talent. The manager tried, I think, to try and get a bit of discipline into the lad and get him fit in. Looks as if they didn't have the best relationship. Maybe they go on as individuals, but professionally. So we move on. Davey?
I agree with the guys, but I'm typical of what people tell defenders: if in doubt, get them out. And so much for all this kissing the badge, which he did on a regular basis. But you don't know what's been going on elsewhere. So if in doubt, get them out. We move on. We always move on. That's what the Rangers are all about, moving on.
Aye, move on. Now it looks as if that will happen quite quickly, but you never know. Stranger things have happened Southside. You never know.
Nah, I think it'll be done pretty quickly, mate. I think his agent will be down the road. The big club's interested, and I think once we set a fee, and hopefully they'll pay it, and then we, like you say, just move on. And probably Hadji will be next, by the sounds of it.
Aye, there's some sense in that as well. I think Hadji's got maybe more ability than Todd Cantwell, if I'm being honest, mate.
Hadji's done more in the Rangers jersey for me, mate, than Hadji has, than Todd Cantwell and Tom Lawrence, to be honest.
Aye. I mean, Hadji, my problem was that when he disappeared out of the game, he just became anonymous, and his lack of pace was a boy back. He's he's undoubtedly ability, you know. But anyway, that's just the way I seen it. I mean, nothing. I've seen nothing to change my mind, and also I've got to also give him respect that he had a terrible injury report there, and he's shown the dedication to get back and want to play football. So he's got the cojones. So if he does leave us, I wish him nothing but the best for the future.
I mean, 100%. You know, you always say that, mate, in regards to in terms of his pace. But I used to always fire back at you. If he had pace, mate, he wouldn't be playing for Glasgow Rangers. That's because with his talent and pace, he'd be playing in one of the top leagues.
Scott Wright's got pace.
He's got nice hair, but I know. I just think, you know, all the best. When Haji decides to go, mate, where he ends up, you know, maybe a better league that's slower and more time in the ball. He will excel, mate. I've no doubt about that because he's talent. He get back into the Romania squad, played the Euros a couple of times. You know what I mean? So best of luck to him, mate. As I said, I prefer him.
All right, we'll be joined by Jerry. Evening, Jerry.
All right, how you doing?
What are we doing?
No bad, man.
What's on your mind, mate?
Do you know what song I'm listening to? Or do you want to know what
Go on then, mate.
The new season. Do you know what? I think I mentioned it. I messaged my wee brother earlier. It's like deja vu. Remember when Steven Gerrard left? He left midway through the season, and then Gio left, and he left, and then fucking sorry for.
What's your limeage, Jerry? What's your limeage, mate?
Sorry. When Dio left last season, I think it's just in round circles. That's what it feels like to me, anyway.
Aye, you're not alone in thinking that. Southside, you said that. I'm not sorry. I think it was Albert that said earlier on the show. This manager's got to be given more time, maybe even more support. Albert.
Absolutely, mate. He's got to give I think he's got a 4-year contract. He's got to be given a 4 year. I know it sounds crazy in modern times, but we're going through something unique here regarding our own club. We're going through a total rebuild. I don't think there's another club in Britain going through another total rebuild the way we're going through it. So it has to be done, but you can't do it by keep chopping, changing managers. It'll no work, mate. If you get rid of Clement this time, that'll be 4 managers we'll be paying. You'll pay the next one. You'll pay McClement, you'll be paying Beale, and you'll be paying Gio. We're still trying to clear all them up. So, no, you've got to give him the time, mate. And he's got the know-how. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it, mate. He's got the know-how. He can build a team. You know he can build a team. And he can build a young team as well. He's got experience of that as well and a track record of that. So you've got to give him the time to see where we go and get and do this right for a change, as Port was saying. We've got to get it right instead of messing about half-chewed caramel sort of type stuff. No, I mean, it's got to be right. And I think this guy will get it right. It's not going to be pleasant. Put it that way. It's not going to be all...
Albert, Jerry, when you're not talking, can you put your phone on mute, mate? So we don't get a background noise for you. Cheers, mate. Carry on, Albert.
He's got, as I said, he's got to get time, and it's not going to be pleasant. So it's not going to be all roses in the garden. It's all going to be fun and giggles. It's going to be hard, but the Rangers support will stick behind them. Surprised what you're going to get. We can and get it. Let's get something straight as well. We can still challenge for cups and leagues. We're not conceding nothing, mate. I'm not saying you're saying that, Jerry. For a minute, I'm not saying you're saying that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it.
No,
I don't really.
But the bottom line is we need to suck it up and go on, mate. We'll absolutely no choice.
I don't want to be negative. I'm not want to be negative at all.
No, but you're just stating a fact. Port Bear.
Aye, Jerry, how you doing, mate? Listen, I think we can't keep going round this merry-go-round of sack managers, sack managers. Because if you look at the last, Gio's appointment, Beale's appointment, we've basically suffered since Gerrard's left with restarting these teams all the time, and it's probably put us back 5 years, because we keep having to rebuild the rebuild. And this is what we don't want to do. We brought a proven manager in, with decent pedigree.
What's he proven? What has Big Phil proven?
Well, he's won titles in Belgium, mate. He won titles in Belgium. So he's won titles which previous managers didn't. They'd got in the door. So he's won titles in Belgium. Also, he's built teams. He's scouted well. He's built a team. The Bruce team put together was a very young teammate. Also with a good experience through it. So that's what we're looking for him to do here, mate. But we have to be patient. We just can't keep blasting the manager constantly.
I know.
All right, Southside.
Aye, Jerry. Listen, we brought him in because we believe he was the right man for the job, and we're having to rip up. He's having to go and rebuild a whole team, and you can't do it in one transfer window. So he'll keep what he can, and he's going to try and get players. Obviously, the Euros were on. Transfer windows are open at different times, and that. But we've got till September the 1st, believe it or not. But looking ahead, we will probably get players in August. Unfortunately, everybody would like everybody here the now, but it's not possible. So he's doing his best. The club's doing their best. Hopefully, as more players leave, frees up, because we are under restraints, Jerry, with the financial fair play, with your turnover, what you're spending and your wage bill and all that. So we're trying to bring your wage bill down and at the same time get players in. So hopefully we'll get
Golson?
Aye, well, hopefully he'll go. You get rid of Golson, you're just getting rid of the players that's on the periphery. The now Cantwell's going to go in that, so it frees up money, mate. And hopefully it lets him get the right players that he wants.
All right. Last word to your good self, Jerry boy.
Well, not allowed to swear on it. Come on, Managerial.
Well said, Jerry. Well said, mate. You keep
You
in touch,
watch
mate.
me give me more. You watch me give me more.
Aye.
Union
Definitely.
Tomorrow in Berlin.
Jerry, we're going to scud them. We're going to scud them.
Hopefully, man. We're 2-1, isn't we?
Aye, we're 2-1. Cheers, brother.
Right, thanks a lot.
Good man, Jerry, when he phones in. Right, come and join us, 0141 356 1972. Aye, it's a good point he makes, that mistakes have been made, aye. Obviously, we weren't in control, Port Bear and Stevie G, because he walked, yeah? And that was a big call, because he was a big part of the project. Gio come in, and then you get into the debate. Should Gio have been given the time, and was that the mistake there when we brought Beale in? And if you think about it, it looks as if that's when maybe the patience should have been added. No, ultimately it might have stood up with the same Gio might have went, because it might have just got too much, but was that the mistake? And then giving Beale all that freedom, letting him be everything, all singing, all dancing. That was another big mistake, Port Bear.
Aye, there's definitely been mistakes made, mate. And as I said, these mistakes have probably put us back, in my opinion, minimum of 5 years. I think if you look, and again, hindsight, wonderful thing. Gio might have been the guy. I liked a lot of what Gio did, mate, and some of the players that he was targeting that we found out after he left. Through TV programs, we're watching interviews and that. Sorry.
Right, okay. Evening, John.
Oh, evening, lads. How you doing?
All right, what's on your mind?
I'm sitting listening to what you are saying, and I'm casting my mind back to the first night he's come back on air. And I said then to you that I felt that Clement is the man to do something about the team, and he'll need time. And I didn't get shot down in flames, if you like, but one or two years were all saying, no, there's no time. We need to win this league. And it's turned out that what I said was right enough. You know what I mean? Well, I knew it was going to take time for this man. And I totally believe in him, like. I really do. I totally believe that Clement can get us there. But
Well said, John. Well said, John. Listen, one wise woman's better than Mo, Larry and Curly. Oh, Bear.
You're right, John. You did say it'll take time, and you're going to be proved right as well, Paul. People are all starting to settle down to the fact that if you give the guy time, okay, he's going to make mistakes. There's no doubt about it. He's only human, like the rest of us. You know what I mean?
That's
but
right.
I'm with you, Paul. I totally agree. The guy's the right man for the job. He's in the right place at the right time, and he'll get it right for us. And he'll definitely set us up. If he's not going to be here all the time to see it right to the end, which I hope he is, he'll definitely leave us in a stronger position. There's no doubt about that.
Southside.
Aye, John, I think he's the right man for the job. We picked him and he's got to dismantle this whole squad and build a new one. So he's the guy we picked, and I think in time he'll get it right.
Port Bear.
Totally agree, John. Well said. I think in terms of his job ahead, I think he realises now, and he's shown us all, like Albert touched on earlier in the show, he showed us where our squad's at the moment. He's played every player possible, even showed us some of the youth players and some of the friendlies so far this transfer the pre-season. And I think he's basically highlighted where we're at. And I think the rebuild's much bigger than me, and it goes a lot deeper than we think. He touched on it as well, Albert, in regards to terms of Auckland. I think that's got a lot of work needing done up there as well to again benefit the team. So we've got a flow of youth players that are of the quality that can go into the first team. But first of all, we need to get it right in the first team playing squad. We need to get experienced, players in to help the current team that's already there to make, obviously, Guy Clement the best chance of, getting us up that league and getting us competing again. But like we said earlier on, I think it's going to take a few transfer windows.
I'll go a wee bit different, John. I've got concerns about the consistency of the shape. I like Mr. Clement. I think he knows what he's doing, but it's a results-driven industry, and he has to improve the results in the next 6 months, considering what they've been in the last 6 months. Old Davy? Oh, hope he's all right, old Davy. On you go, John. Back in.
No, I was just going to say, it's just going to take time, eh? The man is...
You need
I
results.
truly believe that if he didn't believe he could do it, Clement to sell, if he, that he's got the ability to get this team and just get it, he wants this in here, he wants that in there, and if he can't get that in, he's going to go for somebody else. But I think he'll do it. I really do think he'll do it.
I hope you're right. Nothing would give me greater pleasure. I have no problems with Big Phil, if I'm honest.
And I don't think we're going to finish up like we do in the league. I don't think that's going to happen. No. I think once he gets...
We haven't been great in pre-season, John, have we?
No, but pre-season's kind of...
Pre-season, aye. It's exactly that.
Do you know what I mean? I always see pre-season as like either going out and they're trying their best, but we're trying our best, our team, with all these younger ones there. And it's got to be a big deal for them, you know what I mean? Because they all want to try and prove that they're worth being in the first team.
Well, none of them done that Wednesday night. Albert.
None of them proved that, right enough, mate. But as you say, we'll repeat myself again, but it will take time. You're right, pal. There's no doubt about that. We need to be patient. We need to be patient. Big Phil needs to be patient. And he's shown, with the lack of players coming in at the moment, but they're starting to come in now with the movement, he's shown great patience, I'll tell you that, because it must be driving him equally as frustrated as us. At the end of the day, the proof of the pudding's in the eating, so we'll see what happens become the beginning of the season. So that will be the start of it. It's not going to be the finished article by any stretch of the imagination. It's not even going to be close to the finished article, but it's a start. And we can compete for a title, John. Don't write the title off. We can compete.
Oh, no.
We're only playing them. we're only playing them. I mean, they're nothing special, so we can compete. There's no doubt about it.
I was trying to think. There was when is it? He's got to have all the names in for Europe. Ken, who the team is?
I believe it's August the 1st, John, but I've not checked that. And that's from memory.
Aye.
For the first qualifying, yeah. So we've got a few days yet, but we'll see where it takes us. Things are starting to move and could move quickly on the weekend, Southside.
Hi, John. Listen, we want better results and stuff like that pre-season. Don't let's not be kidded. You're expected to be winning when you're signing at Glasgow Rangers, no matter what the game is. But it doesn't always go to plan, as we've seen. But it's how you start the season, and hopefully we're going to get some more players in before next week kick off, and then let's go for there. And I'd imagine if we can get through the qualifier in Europe, it might extend something else to get another player or two in and that. So it's all about come on and just give them the time. I know you're expected to win, of course you do, and we want to be winning. We've got 3 trophies up for grabs in Scotland, and we need to make sure that we're at the end of the season we're in contention for them. So, but you can't do it on this window, and players will need to step up that is there that maybe don't leave, or some of the young boys if they're included. I'm more worried about we're going to maybe have a strongish 11, but then when we look at the bench, it might not be strong. So overall, we need at least 7 or 8 players in the door, but we know that's not going to be possible. But you need to have them pushing for the bench into the first team. You need competition. So hopefully in time we'll get it, John.
And the fitness is a thing too. I mean, he's trying to get them like to the as near as peak fitness in the younger boys. But if he's got quite a few in the bench that he can change, I think he should do that quite quickly, rather than keep leaving the ones that's on that's not really doing much, and get the substitutions on. To give us a chance.
We'll see what it takes. It's starting to bubble. It's starting to bubble, isn't it, Port?
Well, it's bubbling right enough. It's bubbling.
Well, great.
Aye, mate, definitely. As I said, we thought we were getting frustrated. I think the manager's going to be frustrated as well, because when you remember he came out and said that in that statement.
This is the Vodafone voicemail set.
Where he basically mentioned about the club can't get the players in because it's the one in, the one out situation. When he came out and made that statement that this team needs escaping into a cycle, that's a big statement to make in terms of a manager saying that, because that's him telling the current squad that's there, you're finished.
That's right.
So he then made that statement, and then all of a sudden he was told by the management team or the chairman and stuff, look, you can't go and make the rebuild you want to do. You're going to need to get one in, one out. So that's put the brakes on his, probably what he thought in terms of the rebuild was going to be quick for him, or it certainly was going to get a good bit of business done. But that put the brakes on his plans, and he's had to slow things down, and we've had to be patient. And
this is the Vodafone
we're
voice.
watching him getting worried and frustrated in interviews. Now his frustrations coming on to us, and his fans, we're going, because our club's built on winning. So this is what we want. We don't want to lose anything. But like Southside said, where it's a friendly tiddlywinks, whatever we're playing, we want to see Glasgow Rangers win everything, anything we're playing. So I think now, as Oxshare said, we're now just buzzing away now. These guys are probably working their backsides off behind the scenes, to get these deals done. And I believe now that the way the pace it's setting now in regards to the players going out the door, I think they'll be coming in as quick, Joe, just to make sure we can get this start of the season with the strongest team available to kick on. That's what I believe.
Are you still alive there, old Davey?
I am. I was doing a bridge, man. I was on mute. Good evening, John. Good evening, John. Your comment was first class.
Oh, listen to him, all smooth. All smooth. Southside, the woman's appeared. Right. John.
I know.
Never changes, doesn't it? Never changes.
Can I just ask you something?
I'm telling Linda.
Poor Linda.
I'm grassing. Yep.
That was another 90.
Aye. Carry on, Davey. Carry on.
You came away with a remark there about Curly, Mo and Larry. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Suicide's no Curly. No, when I was sitting next to him anyway.
He's changed a lot since that night, is that right?
Oh, but can I just say what we've been talking about regarding that? I think we're all getting way carried away and miles in front of ourselves. And we've said all this last pre-season, right, we'll see how good they are when they play the first game, which will be the case. But if you cannot go by what you see on Wednesday, because I'll guarantee you, the team that comes out against Hearts will not even look like that team that was out on Wednesday. So everybody wants to take a step back, and all the ones are screaming, and they want to man just that.
It was that. It was Davey. Listen, it wasn't. Look, let's be honest.
I know what you're going to say.
Potentially, Kelly will not be in goal with Butland, and it might not be Tav at right back. The two centre backs not be playing. It might Ridvan could be playing. Jeffrey could be playing. We don't know. The midfield Barron will start with another. It'll not be who it was. Who Danilo's just coming back for injury, so he gets a pass. He could be playing in a couple of weeks. You might only have 2 or 3 players. The point that Albert, and hopefully he'll back me up, I think the point that Albert was going to win, these guys are professional football players playing for Glasgow Rangers, and that performance wasn't acceptable as even fringe players. Albert.
That's right.
Exactly. That's exactly right, mate. That's exactly right. They're all getting paid wages and salaries, or whatever you call it, but they're all getting money out of this. They're all the ones supposed to be professional, act professional, be ready to play the game, be fit, strong, be committed, show that you want to play for Rangers, run about, do your bit. They done none of that. They stood there and watched that Birmingham team just pass right round about them and outfight them, outrun them, outthink them, outplay them. And it was sad to watch, mate. Sad to watch, because a lot of these boys have been at that academy. I'm there again, I'm calling it. They've been up at the youth club for a lot of years now. And I don't see anything professional about them. Nothing at all, mate. And that's an indictment of that Auchenhowie. That really is an indictment of that place. That really needs shook up that place. And I think Clement knows it. And he's the boy to do that as well. And also build the first team squad. That's the guys got in front of him. It's ridiculous. The board need to look at that. They need to really ask questions of that place, because if these boys is what they're producing, it's not good enough, mate. And it's nowhere. It's not even close to being good enough. They're not physically ready. There's nothing stopping these boys being physically ready. Nothing at all. They've all the facilities up there. They've got all the equipment they need up there. They're supposed to have the know-how up there. But you look at these boys, that's the proof of the pudding there, mate, right in front of your very eyes. And they're not ready. They're nowhere near it. And that's
that
bad.
Was the story, Davey. No the result. And that it was the performance and how bad the French players was. It wasn't it. That was where the critique came from, I think. So
yeah.
Aye, we're critiquing it because we're looking at Birmingham, who have spent a few quid, but they look quicker, faster, fitter. And if you look at even the Man United, David, when we played them at Murrayfield and they brought in a lot of their young boys, look at the size of some of them. You know, they're all more fitter. They've got to, it's just because when they're playing in England and you're wanting to play in the Premiership, it's faster, fitter. You're an athlete. But our boys aren't at that level. There's no chance they're at that level. Our team aren't even at the level when we play an English team down in England. We're miles off it in fitness compared to them. But up here, it's just about worrying up here. Listen, we're being a wee bit critical on some of them, right? And we're saying maybe they're not ready and that. Listen, Robbie Fraser come on and done no bad playing down the left and that. And listen, he might come in games going forward, but we might have to play him where he might get a chance and he might come in and play quite well in that game when he's surrounded by better players and players that can help him through a game, instead of us looking at all the young boys saying, right, you've got to go and control this game. It wasn't great to watch, and some of them will have to move on because that academy up there has to bring in money. You're at Glasgow Rangers, you're at that academy, you're meant to be an elite player, and if you can't make it with your club, then you've got to sell you on, preferably doing it in the English Championship. Some people might want them, and then we can try and get money for them. whether it be $500,000, $750,000, or depending on the experience and what they've done, you might even get $1 million if somebody's wanting them. Then the academy starts to bring you in money. Might not be what you're hoping for. It's not the Patterson £9 million and all that, but it has to generate money. And with these players, if we're going to get rid of some of them, then we don't want to be giving them away to a championship team in Scotland. We want them to move on somewhere else where we can get decent money from at least $500,000 and upwards for these players moving forward, just to get a return. And then we'll see what the next batch of youngsters we've got coming through, if they can get into the team. That's the way I see it, because at the moment we're selling boys away and there's boys leaving for nothing, like Aaron Lyle, who's just left.
I don't think anybody was saying they should be in the first team, David, but what they were saying is how poor they work collectively. And by the way, wasn't it just about root muscle? They didn't do the basics, couldn't do the basics. With the boy Leon King, who I think's been, we've let him down as a club. He's played, I think, about 13 league games in about 4 seasons. Yeah. He's come into the team and he's got to where he's got to. He couldn't take a throw in. It was embarrassing.
Yeah,
Poor Bear.
There's clearly serious problems in our youth department. Oxford, these young guys have been on the fringes of your club. Some of them since Stephen Gerrard's been about, and then obviously you've got Lowry who come through, etc., etc. And they've just not taken that. Especially King, he's not at that next step, mate. He's not, and we've wrote him off as a centre half on this show many a time, and we've said, look, he's got ability, he's got a bit of pace, maybe he could play as that anchor in the middle of the park, but he's not never developed. He's never honed down a position Oxford and made it his own, but it'd be right back. It's as if he can't pick a position where he wants to play, and that's what is going on?
Listen, what you're seeing, and I think the point that, and I don't want to put words in Albert's mouth, but the point is, you look at Conor Bannon, right? He's not physically, he's not a giant. Yeah, he's mobile, but he's battle weary and he can play the game as a pro. The boys are all similar ages, maybe even slightly older than them, and they're like Wayne's, mate. And I'm sure John McCausland, who's played a lot of first team games for us. Yeah, it was embarrassing, and it wasn't the fact that we lost a pre-season at Birmingham. I don't mind that. Things can happen, but you've got to be able to do the basics.
And the thing with Conor Barron as well, mate, he never came through an elite youth programme like we're supposed to have at Rangers. Conor Barron was at Kelty Hearts 2 years ago, mate. Got his move to Aberdeen, and then gets his move to Rangers. So he's done it the hard way. We've got dropped him down a few levels in the professional game, to get to where he wants to be, within 2 to 3 years. So I take my hat off to that Oxford, because I think that boy's obviously shown grit, determination to drop down a few leagues to get himself on the map, and he's got 2 wonderful moves, one to Aberdeen first of all, and then one to Rangers within a couple of years. So
was he not on loan for Aberdeen at Kelty Hearts? I've not checked that out, mate.
I don't know, but I know he was there, mate. But he still took a step back, isn't he? He still took a step backwards to go forwards, and I think that tells me a lot about that young man.
Because he was playing games, mate. He wasn't playing best v best, or whatever. So as a club, you could argue the clubs let these boys down south side,
Because the pressure of playing for Rangers is not the same, is totally different from what you're doing at Aberdeen. If Conor Barron was probably in our youth setup now, he probably wouldn't even be playing in the Rangers first team now, possibly. But he went out and he got the experience at Kelty Hearts for Aberdeen. That's where they sent him out to Kelty. They were playing a bit of football, I believe. They were playing a passing game. So they wanted him to go there and go and play for a season or whatever. And then they've brought him back and they've done the 40 whatever games he said at Aberdeen throughout his time back. Same as people are shouting about the other boy, at Motherwell, who's playing all the games now. And we've took Bailey Rice to bring him here to play him best v best. Me and Mulberry will probably see him on Tuesday night down at Capello, probably playing in that game. So how are we developing his career? Boy's got talent, everybody will tell you. Talk to anybody, they'll tell you he's a wonderful player. A lot of clubs want him, and we've got him. But how we got to develop him? He's got to go into that team. But if he's a few bad games, he'll be took back at it. But his attitude's got to be right in that. And if that's all right and Clermont wants to bring him in the team, we'll see him. He has got talent. But like I say, the pressure's on to win a league title and cups, and we can't be doing anything else. So sometimes we're looking at other these players that's went and got experience elsewhere, then we're going to bring them to the club. But Connor Barnes going to have to step up and all. Port, no, he's going to find out, but it's when you're playing your game on a Saturday in Europe and then you're having to go again on the Sunday or Saturday, whatever it'll be. You're playing the amount of games, the pressure, everybody wants to beat you and all that. But I think he's got the right attitude. So we'll see, mate.
Well, the right to reply all, Davey, and then we'll bring Joan back in. On you go, Davey.
Aye, you're spot on. You know, I think the problem, it's not a problem, but you mentioned the early part of the show, folks, about what's a concern to me is the formation. Hello?
Hello, Warren, we'll come right back to you, mate. Carry on, Davey.
You made a point of talking about it. The formation just looks the same. There's nothing changing, and they can't play whatever system he's trying to get them to play. And I think that's down to he's got too many different players all trying to blend in together.
My problem with that system, Davey, and I'll come to it quickly. Bring Port in quickly, Port. My problem with the 4-2-3-1, the two central midfielders have got asked to cover too much ground, and you can't be in two places at once. Quickly, Port. Oh, all right. Carry on, Davey.
No, you're spot on. I just say that's a concern for me. But I think it's too early to prejudge the guy because he's not good.
It's not just for our team, Davey. It's not just for our team. When I watch it, and I watched it in the Euros, the teams that played it, it's a shape I don't like. That's just my preference, mate. Hopefully, Philip Cavall gets it.
You're spot on.
You know, it's just my thoughts. Joan, you come back in, then we'll bring Warren in. On you go, Joan.
I'm just listening. It's interesting just to hear everybody's take on it. We've all got a wee bit of this, or we're saying a wee bit of that, or if Clement does this, or whatever. I actually thought he was taken to David at the youth team. Was he not getting asked to do something with them as well? Apart from your first team.
With the director of football and the people that's come in, they might be looking at it, and they might have input, but his sole focus should be the first team supporting the others.
It was just, I thought to myself, my God, this man's trying to put the first team together. And they're talking about helping kind of with the young, and yeah, fair enough, because the youngins need looked after too, but I can't see Clement. He's going to wear his tail loose before we get started.
Aye. He needs a horn, you're right. Evening, Warren. How you doing, mate?
Evening, Ox. How are we going?
All right, mate. Good to hear from you. What's on your mind?
And yourself. Just first, apologies to Terry. I couldn't mind his name there. It's been that long. But
sure, I'll not be upset. Carry on, mate.
I know. Ox, listen. Going back to January, right? Now, firstly, I didn't realise you guys were on tonight. I checked earlier and I couldn't see you on, so I don't know what the chat's been. But my point is, back in January, if we'd have signed a centre forward, in my opinion, we'd have won the league. Shanklin was my choice. So I thought, well, the manager knows better than me. I'm just a man in the street. He knows Dessers is a man who'll take us forward. So anyway, we all know what happened, right? So we're now here towards the end of July. We're looking for a centre forward. Now, if you boys have seen the pre-season games, it's the same old. We need a centre forward. We need a big hit man. I would have said, after the Ajax game, I thought to myself, and I said to my cousin, I said, see, the next 2 weeks, Rangers need to sign at least one, if not two, good players. We need a centre forward. Now, the 2 weeks has almost come up. We've sent the boys Germany, right? That's fair enough. If we go to Tynecastle with Dessers as number 9, I'm not saying I'm chucking it or anything, because you can't chuck it, but honestly, I'm deflated, Ox. I am absolutely deflated, because we're now into July. Now, I've known in January we need a number 9. Who's at fault here? Who is at fault?
Well, there's a lot of things. Southside.
Warren, we should go to Shankland ages ago. That was my take on it. I'd said it on here a few times. Where we are now, Hearts are going to win. I said the show was last on, we should go and test Hearts resolve and put a bid in. Go for 2 million, see what they say. And it'll unsettle them anyway. And we'll let them know that we want them. And then we'll see if we can maybe push a move and all. But I think Hearts, they're entitled to ask for what they want, Warren. That's the thing. He is a wee bit older now, but I believe if he was in the team, he'll score goals. But in saying that, we've got to progress the team. We've got to get our wingers that are going to be putting balls in and stuff. We've got to be going forward and creating chances, and that's the one thing that we've not done a lot of, Warren, to be honest. So that has to change. I think when you start seeing many of the first team players, as we know that the team will change come Tynecastle, that might change it. Chance creation will go up a lot better. But I believe he's the guy that would score goals, and that would hopefully get you titles and cups. Because the most important thing is, we need to just win this league. It's about winning in Scotland, mate. That's it.
Aye. I would have said, see, watching that, and I know you can't read too much into pre-season games, but see, after last Saturday, I thought to myself, go to Hearts and give them 4 million. Just get this guy in their team now. Get a centre forward in. We need that guy up front now, and I can't go him at all. I cannot go him. And I've said it in January. Get Dessers in. Just get some Dessers. Get Shankland in. Get somebody who's going to put the ball in the net. Series weak chances. I know it's only friendlies, but we are showing nothing.
I don't think you're alone in these thoughts. If you're asking me simply, would I swap Dessers for Shankland all day long? With a pay 4 million when somebody's only got a few weeks' time, you can sign them for nothing. That's another debate, Albert.
That is another debate. You're not paid 4 million, put it that way. Would we win the league with him coming in? Probably. Don't know. You don't know that, but it wouldn't have hurt us, put it that way. Do you like Dessers?
You may have got injured in February, Albert.
That's true. Do you like Dessers? Well, nope, not a chance. I think the guy's a complete nutter donkey. I've always said it. I've given him a break when he scored some nice goals, but he's a complete donkey, mate. And there's nothing away from it. We'll put it this way. Here's a question linking 2 things together. If Hearts said Shankly can go, we offered them £1 million and the pick of our academy, do you think they would go for it? I wouldn't go for it. I think they'd say, no, just give us £1.5 million. You can keep your academy players. But anyway, no. If we get him the right price, bring him in. Of course, is he score goals? Of course, he's proven. There's no doubt about that. There's nothing wrong with the guy's ability. No, it's just that, is it going to fit? Is it going to be right? Are we going to get held to ransom? And we know Hearts will hold us to ransom. That's a fact. We know it's coming. If we're going to get in for them, we know it's coming.
Anyway, we'll be joined by Big Steve. We'll be joined by Big Stevie, who wants to give a shout out for tomorrow. Evening, big man.
How we doing, boys? All right? Everything all good?
Good, mate.
All right. Is that you, Albert?
Yep, mate. How you doing?
Just don't hold anything back, Albert. Just be yourself, man. Brilliant. Just get Thor in, man. Just get Thor right in.
We'll still win the league, mate. We'll still win the league.
Listen, you know my feelings on it, right? My feelings is plain and simple before I get into the wee shout out about it, Nora. There's enough fans ripping their club apart. There's enough fans already put their white flags up. I'm just not doing it, especially live on air. I'm not doing it. They've got a right, and they've got their opinion. They've got the rights to be worried. They've got the right to voice their opinion. But doing it live on air, night after night, is for me, man. Look, I'll be supporting the Rangers, win, lose or draw. Is that not a song? We want to win every corner kick. We want to win every game 20-0, don't we? We want to know. We're Rangers. We want to take on anybody. We say that we're playing. I grew up, and if we're going to play in the North Pole, the Rangers fans will be there. We've said it time and time again. I just get some of the worry, but man, I just think some of the Rangers fans have got to draw a line, draw a set of Costa del Sol, and just let's see what the season brings for us. Let's see. But listen, we're all worried about my team. Of course we are. But I'm not going to start ripping them apart. Nainies are managers. Nainies are professional players. Hardly any have ever been in that situation. But everybody can tell you what's going on. I just laugh at some of it. So I do. As a fan, the only thing you can do is buy the tickets, go and support the teams, buy the merch, do everything you can do to make the team better. Is everybody doing that? I don't think they are. But anyway, my humble opinion, just keep your powder dry. The season's not even kicked in yet. Don't put your white flag up yet. Right, the reason I phoned up is it's young Robert Mulholland Memorial Parade tomorrow. A young boy that was 16 for Drumchat when he died in Ibrox disaster. There's 2 bands marching up to the memorial tomorrow, and I'm hoping to have 200 or 300 people behind these bands, and then back into the hall for light refreshments. I know Rangers Radio are sending 2 of their finest to take part in the procession, so I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. And once again, I want to thank the radio station for putting shouts out every year. They back me, they back young Robert's parade up, and it's down to us to remember these 66 bears that died in that horrible tragedy. And I can only do for the young boy that came through my area. We've got a nice monument for Robert. And the story is as simple as this. An ex-soldier went out his road, went into his own pocket and got this young boy a memorial, and he handed the keys out to myself. And I promised him we would march up there every year. So during COVID, we never go to do it. And then there was a couple of hiccups with the council the last couple of years, but it's all sorted now. And we'll be walking up there tomorrow as proud Rangers men, as proud Bears, no putting the white flag up, with our chins in the air and our press suit, get up there to lay reefs to remember these 66 Bears.
Well done. Well said, Stephen. By the way, well done for everything you do. Southside, and you come, mate.
Aye, I echo everything Stevie said. It's a wonderful gesture that they do, unfortunately, have to do to remember the boy, but it's a great gesture and looking forward to it tomorrow. Albert will be there representing Rangers Radio as well. So looking forward to it, big man. Hopefully we'll have the sunshine tomorrow and it'll be a good day, had by all, I'm sure. Looking forward to your refreshment.
Tequila Rose and chopped pork rolls. Here we come. Come on, Teddy Bell.
Listen, can I just ask you to look after the driver? Because the last time she was at with Rangers Radio, there was an accident took place. We don't want any more of that.
I'm saying no. I'm taking the fifth on that, mate. I'm saying nothing. My lips are sealed, mate. Sealed. Aye. We'll be there, mate. We'll be there. No bother.
That's fantastic.
He's there, the boy. He really is there, man. It's a credit to you all who do it every year. It's superb. I'm looking forward to seeing you on tomorrow.
Yep. It's a shame at the fact that there was 2 boys for Bears Den and 1 for Faithfully, just at the outskirts of Drumchat. I would love to do a bit of digging and get a hold of their families and see if we could do something for them. You know, it's just in the blood and it's what we do, innit? We look after each other. We're the greatest support in the world, and it kills me deep down inside. I know our team's not the greatest, and I know we're a bit unorganised. Like, come on. We can't be saying that we're not going to win the league before a ball's kicked. Before you've even the transfer window's shut. I get it, everybody's worried in that, but saying that we'll not win the league, I don't get that.
Things are bubbling.
Oh, I understand people's concerns, but I really do.
What I'm saying is, people wanted people to move. They wanted ready X, Y, and Z, and now they're moving. It doesn't happen exactly when you want it. Football's a unique business. But what I've learned tonight, that Bearden is East Drumchapel and Faithfully is West Drumchapel. There you go. Every day's a school day, Southside.
He done geography at school. Listen, big man, you know what it's like. I've seen bits and bobs. I've heard that. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? We all want the best for the Rangers, right? As we know, But there's ways and means of doing it, and you've seen the platforms out there, and it doesn't take you long to get stuck out there on another site that you might not be keen on getting heard on and stuff. Listen, they're no world beaters, right? We can always go in and win a league. We might not think at the moment we've got the team capable and the squad's not the strongest that I've seen in the past. Listen, it doesn't mean to say that he can't. We've just got to hope that we'll get some more players in that they've got their eye on to make the team stronger. We'll go into the Champions League qualifier and we'll go into the game against Hearts. And the most thing is you're looking to win both of the games and just take it for there. And that's it.
Yeah. Listen, last word for your good self, Warren.
Thanks, Ox. I didn't realise you were actually on tonight. I did check earlier. But, you know, it's been probably the last 10 minutes is the best 10 minutes of the week. Some of the boys that's come on were all Rangers stalwarts. Myself, I go back to 74. I seen my first game at Ibrox. And I love Rangers Radio. I love the guys that's on it. And I love your opinions.
Cheers, mate. You're always welcome, mate. You know that. Last word, John.
Aye. You were talking about back in the day kind of thing. Well, some of yous anyway. And...
no, me, I'm only a baby, John.
Aye, right. I'm baby. But I go back to when we started the Plain Rangers supporters bus. And I had to get all the tickets and book the buses. And I had to, every week after the game had played, sort of thing, in the previous game, I had to phone, and it was Joe Wallace. And that man was amazing. Ken, he was so down to earth. So down to earth. And that's, I mean, you dialed the number, and that's who answered. Ken, it wasn't like a reception
Things have changed
back then.
Cheers, John. Cheers, John. Cheers. Listen, I'll get my work on Monday, John. Right, cheers. Davey, in you come.
Well, I'll leave. What I'll say is, it's been a good chat tonight.
Brilliant, John.
And I'm not talking about me being on. I'm talking about.
No, you're always welcome.
For the start, you know what I mean?
Aye.
And the other wee questions that come up on the.
John, I've also got my work on Tuesday as well. Just let you know, right? Davey, when you come, Davey.
I'm quite lucky. I'm retired.
John, I'm buying you. John, I'm buying you a full stop for Christmas. That's what I'm buying you.
Keep going, John. We're nearly on double time. Keep going.
On you go, Davey. Last word, Davey.
John, you want to be my one day cleaner?
Okay.
I know you. Hey, I'm not finished yet.
One day cleaner, Port Bear.
Hi, mate. Cheers for having us on. Great debate, and thanks very much, lads.
Southside.
This show's been like our pre-season games. Chaos, man. What's happening? Always good to be on and talk about the greatest team in the world. So thanks for having us on. Good to be on with Albert and EasyJet Orange. Port Bear.
Hawaiian sunset.
As a stand-tan man, innit? But no, it's been good to be on with you two tonight and your good self, and obviously talk about the Rangers. So thanks for having us on, and I'll see the big in tomorrow.
Yeah. Good to catch up with you during the week, Biggie.
Aye, always, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for buying me a drink. Is that on the expenses by any chance?
Nah, I don't think it is. Wait till Bridge gets my chatty for Wednesday night, mate.
Well.
Right, Albert.
Great to be on tonight with Southside Port yourself, mate. Great chat. And I still say we'll win the league. I'm not giving up, mate. Never give up.
I've just had a message for Fox, Davey. If you want to do your romancing on here, you need to come on earlier. Oh, Davey, here you go. Last word, mate.
No, I'd just like to thank everybody, if you don't mind me saying, to all of the guys at the Caldwell Seniors Golf Club who supported me on my daughter's charity day for their cord hospice. A big thank you, and I'll say good night, guys, and God bless the Jers. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, Stevie. Class work. I hope everything, the sun shines and everything goes well tomorrow, Piggy.
Yeah.
No problem. Well, thanks for letting us on. And once again, when the parade's done, there's Myra Hinley's made 10 trays of sandwiches early night, and there's pies and everything on for the trip. Okay, so he's well looked after.
Well, man, he's saying that as if that's unusual. That's just his pieces for the work in the morning. Right, listen,
thanks very much, Jocks. Thanks for this platform that help the Robert Mulholland Parade, help all these different charities. It's a free platform for the Bears to come on and voice their opinion. As I said, everybody's got one. Mine's is just the one of, I'll never give up, I'm like old bear. And that's just it. Thanks for having us, and I hope to see the two finest tomorrow at the bar. We'll have a wee tequila rose and think about the 66.
Yeah. Thanks to Jerry who joined us. Thanks to Davey. Thanks to John. Great to speak to John, Stevie and Warren for joining us. And of course, thanks to Port Bear, Southside and All Bear for doing the show. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back Monday night when we build up to the start of the season. Thanks for listening. Hope everything goes well tomorrow. Big Stevie and everybody involved. Take it away, Old School Blue.